This is News 3 Now, live at 4, moving forward.
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Live at 4. The former warden at Waupun Correctional and 8 of his employees are out of jail today on signature bonds.
The warden was charged in connection with a death at the prison. The employees are facing charges for 2 deaths. The Dodge County Sheriff investigating those and the 2 other deaths that all occurred within a year. It seems out of the ordinary to charge a warden for a death inside his facility, but a UW law professor and prison expert Cecilia Kalingal says bringing charges against a prison's top official isn't unheard of and will certainly shed light on the issues in Wisconsin's prison system.
It is uncommon. It is not unprecedented. Typically, it happens in cases where you have extreme conditions, right? And extreme facts. Those are the ones that tend to lead to charging in these cases. I take it as a signal that the situation at Waupun is dire. And that is not news to those who were there or who are working there.
The former Secretary of the Department of Corrections, Kevin Carr, announced his retirement just days after the Dodge County Sheriff says he called him with concerns about the conditions in the prison. Carr was not charged in connection with the deaths.
The entire Department of Corrections taking center stage at a hearing at the state capitol today. Lawmakers voted on a budget request from the agency. The DOC wants $4 million for community reentry centers. But they also talked about what else the Department of Corrections needs to avoid future problems in state prisons.
I think investigations are continuing, and I think long-term, as was talked about a little bit yesterday by Representative Shaw and myself, we'll look at legislation for better oversight in the future, but that's more of a long-term discussion.
The committee voted to approve the DOC budget request. Lawmakers could debate new legislation on prison oversight, but the soonest would be early next year.
Let's get a look at our first warn forecast. Meteorologist Jacob Montesano is outside on the patio. Pretty nice day out there.
Yeah, but the big story today has been the wind. I'm not sure if it's picking up on my microphone, but the sound of the wind on the trees behind me is producing a pretty decent volume. Now, typically, we don't normally see very windy days over the summer, even the late spring, but not the case today. Now, right now, looking at the current wind speeds, some areas seeing wind speeds up to 25 miles per hour, and the entire area seeing wind speeds at least around 15 miles per hour. Current wind gusts are exceeding 30 miles per hour for a few locations. Now, as we go throughout the night, the winds are going to improve, but it's going to be another breezy day for Friday. Maybe not as windy as today, but we're still talking about wind gusts up to 30 miles per hour, especially for the central and eastern portions of our area. This will continue throughout most of the day, especially early in the day. But as we get to Saturday, the winds are going to calm down, but that's also our next chance of rain. Now, speaking of rain, we're not seeing any of it right now, just a few sprinkles in the central portion of Wisconsin. And temperatures are very comfortable outside of the wind. Right now, temperatures are right around 70 degrees for a lot of the area. And throughout the evening, it's going to be very comfortable. And as I mentioned, the winds are going to calm down. Shouldn't be as bad during sunset, but maybe still a bit breezy. Now, I'll talk more in detail about your full weekend forecast and track our next chance of rain coming up a little bit later.
Jacob, we appreciate you. Thank you very much. Today's the last day of school for students and staff at the Madison Metropolitan School District.
But at one school, parents are just getting started on their mission to solve what they consider to be serious issues inside of their kids' classrooms.
Our Maddie Heimsch sits down with those parents and brings us their complaints.
Unprotected, disempowered, and unsafe. These are words parents of Southside elementary schoolers are using to describe their children's experiences during the school year. This is the first school year Southside's doors have been open to students, a majority having previously commuted out of the area as there were no elementary schools in the neighborhood. But what started as a more accessible option, parents say is now a dangerous place for their students. The letter alleging kids coming home with bruises and scratches from physical classroom violence.
My daughter at the district board meeting broke down in tears, and that shattered me. I felt like I dropped the ball there as a parent, because I wasn't there for a lot of things that happened to my baby in that school.
The letter asks for both the principal and assistant principal be removed from their positions, as well as new behavioral and communication systems be put in place. We reached out to the school for comment, but have not yet heard back. In a statement Wednesday, MMSD wrote, quote, "We were made aware of this parent and community member complaint yesterday and are in the process of addressing all of its claims, which we take seriously." Reporting in Madison, Maddie Heimsch, News 3 Now.
Thank you, Maddie. Well, it's a big day today. Today marks the 80th anniversary of the D-Day landings in Normandy.
The operation is still the largest military invasion by sea in history. There's an opportunity to honor the milestone here in Madison. Our Meryl Hubbard is back from the Wisconsin Veterans Museum to hear about how we can all connect with some of these heroes from our own state, Meryl.
Leah and Brady, the Wisconsin Veterans Museum is sharing a unique interactive display that helps us learn more about the soldiers' experiences on this historic day. Step into the museum and you will see a number of D-Day artifacts, including uniforms, flags, and an interactive map. Here you can scan the QR code and dive deeper into the specific writings from Wisconsin veterans. The museum wants to show the humanity behind the history. These heroes may no longer be with us, but organizers say this display helps keep their voices alive.
You may not get a chance to speak to another World War II veteran. You may not have that opportunity, but here you can have that conversation, if you will, through our oral histories, through the artifacts and the stories that we tell in a dynamic way.
If you can't make it today, the D-Day display is open for visitors through August 2024. Admission is free for anyone who wants to check it out.
All right, Meryl Hubbard, thank you very much. There's a new pilot program at UW Health that's training staff how to use AI. A group of nurses is behind the pilot program. Their goal here is to help staff interact with patients better. The program uses generative AI that nurses use to draft responses to patient questions. AI isn't taking over that process entirely, though.
Every message comes, it is reviewed by the nurse. The nurse is able to see the patient's message, able to take a look at the patient's chart, and then the draft that started, it's just a starting point.
A nurse still checks over every AI-generated message to make sure the information is correct. Upwards of 75 UW Health nurses are already using the program. They say it's helping to reduce the burden of administrative work inside the hospital.
A lot of people can relate to this. Taking care of a baby is time-consuming, can be exhausting, and it requires a lot of necessities, and that can really run through a budget.
Don't I know it? That's why SSM Health is partnering up with Babies and Beyond of Wisconsin to take the pressure off of our newest community members. They're just wrapping up a donation drive at this hour, pulling together as many of those necessities as they possibly can.
We received all sorts of donations of baby supplies, diapers, wipes, baby clothes, just about anything that you can think of that will help families in need to support their children.
Babies and Beyond provides necessities and resources for families across Wisconsin. That includes items like diapers, formula, clothes, even toys. The organization is always looking for donations. Check channel3000.com for details on how to help out.
Coming up next on Live at 4, it's almost May 8th here in the 608, and you know what that means. It's almost our favorite day.
You better believe it. Josh Breiter giving us a look at all the deals and steals to celebrate 608 Day. That's when Live at 4 returns.
Welcome to Oakmont Senior Community in Verona. Active seniors 55 plus will enjoy our new luxury apartments, professionally managed by award-winning Attic Angel Community. Call Demery today for a tour and reserve your place at Oakmont.
It's coming. Predicted to be one of the hottest summers ever. And you can't enjoy anything when your house is too hot, especially when you get that big utility bill. So what do? You stop the hot air from coming in and your cool air from leaking out. With USA Premium Foam in your walls, your old hot and humid house really can be made comfortable. Call now, and when we foam your walls, we'll insulate your attic for free. Stop sweating and start saving.
USA Insulation.
Introducing Badgerscape Design and Landscape, your trusted full-service landscape company in the greater Madison area. We offer expert design, installation, and maintenance services. Visit badgerscapedesign.landscape.com to schedule a consultation today.
We're a really busy family of 6 and moving into a new house, and Empire made it really easy.
They brought samples to our house, quality products, and installation on our schedule.
And we're really happy with everything.
800-588-2300 Empire.
Today.
You want it, we got it, it's all here. Rosemont it, we want the night lights, the bright lights, put you in the spotlight, yeah. You want style, well now I'll show you where you gotta be, tell you what you gotta see, who's gonna make you smile. You want it, we got it, it's all here. Rosemont.
Summertime fun is in full swing in Rosemont. From grand slams to hot jams. To Rosemont it your way, start at rosemont.com.
Rosemont it.
Salonpas Lidocaine Flex, a super thin, flexible patch with maximum OTC strength lidocaine that contours to the body to relieve pain right where it hurts. And did we mention it really, really sticks? Salonpas, it's good medicine.
To everyone making time for life's best moments, let us celebrate with you.
In Wisconsin, we love celebrating together.
Big days or any other day.
So much.
From hot and juicy
To ooey gooey. To oh my word.
Oh my word. Serving you a handcrafted meal that makes
Today, a little bit more special.
That's what fills us up inside.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious.
With Sweeto Metal Roofing, you get quality metal roofs installed by the best in the business. A metal roof means no fading, no storm repairs, true sustainability, and lower energy bills.
Sweeto Metal Roofing, the last roof you'll ever need.
Welcome to Oakmont Senior Community in Verona. Active seniors 55 plus will enjoy our new luxury apartments, professionally managed by award-winning Attic Angel Community. Call Demery today for a tour and reserve your place at Oakmont.
Welcome back. In national headlines today, Hunter Biden's federal gun trial back in session with prosecutors calling their key witness to the stand.
The president's son is facing 3 felony charges stemming from his alleged illegal purchase of a gun in 2018 while a drug user. Erica Brown reports from Wilmington, Delaware.
The widow of Hunter Biden's late brother, Beau, took the witness stand on day 4 of his federal gun case. Testifying under an immunity agreement with prosecutors, Hallie Biden, who began a romantic relationship with Hunter after Beau's death, detailed how Hunter visited her home in October 2018, appearing to be under the influence. She said she searched his car for drugs and found remnants of crack cocaine, drug paraphernalia, and the gun in his truck. Fearing he'd hurt himself with it or her kids would hurt themselves, she testified she discarded the firearm in a grocery store dumpster. On Thursday, jurors were shown surveillance video of Hallie doing just that and coming back later that day trying to find the gun. Once Hunter discovered what she had done, asking her, "Are you insane?" Hallie Biden's testimony is critical to prosecutors as they try to prove President Biden's son illegally purchased and possessed a Colt 38 handgun in 2018. Prosecutors allege Hunter knowingly lied about his drug use on the application to buy the gun. He denies that.
From the prosecution's perspective, that whether or not he was using drugs on the day he purchased the gun, he was illegally using drugs during that time period, both before and after the purchase.
Hunter Biden's defense team argues he did not view himself as an addict when he filled out the form. Under cross-examination, Hallie Biden, who claims Hunter introduced her to drugs, said their relationship had many ups and downs. She acknowledged that she did not see Hunter using drugs during the key period when he bought the gun and had just completed a stint in rehab herself. Erica Brown, CBS News, Wilmington, Delaware.
This is the first time the child of a sitting president has gone on trial. If convicted, Hunter Biden faces up to 25 years in prison.
The Federal Trade Commission is investigating a recent Microsoft deal with the artificial intelligence startup Inflection. In March, Microsoft announced it had hired Inflection's co-founders and a number of its staff to lead its AI program called Copilot. Inflection says its AI model would be hosted on Microsoft's cloud platform. Microsoft reportedly paid $650 million in the deal. The investigation comes as antitrust officials at the FTC and the Justice Department are nearing final agreement on how to oversee AI giants.
Well, Jacob says it's windy out. I didn't notice. I have my super duper hairspray in, Leah, so I'm ready.
You look good.
Oh, bless. Thanks. Hey, Jacob, you look good too.
Thank you. It's funny you mentioned that, Brady. I actually made a joke to our the other meteorologist, Blaze. I was like, I put a little extra hairspray in the hair today. It definitely is a little windy out there. But the good news is that the winds are not going to be breezy much longer. Maybe a little breezy tomorrow, but otherwise, that's not really going to continue through the weekend. Now, what will continue will be those below average temperatures, as highs will remain in the lower 70s. So still very comfortable. Below average this time of the year is upper 60s, lower 70s. So it's still going to be very nice. Sunny skies for Friday and Sunday. But between those 2 days, we are expecting some showers on Saturday. It's not going to be very heavy, but it could last for a few hours. Very similar to last Saturday's forecast, actually. So if we take a look at future track, we're not going to see any rain for about the next 24 to 36 hours. Plenty of sunshine for your Friday, especially early in the day. maybe a few clouds rolling in during the evening, but we're not expecting any precipitation. By the time we get to Saturday, though, we are going to see some light showers move into our area from the west. Could see some pockets of heavy rain and maybe a few thunderstorms, but we're certainly not expecting any severe weather. As I mentioned, this will be very similar to last Saturday, where we did have a few light showers continue throughout the morning, and this may even continue into the early afternoon as well. Once we get to the middle afternoon, we are going to see just some very isolated light showers. Not expecting to see a lot of rainfall for the evening, and then we are going to be dry certainly for Saturday night and Sunday. Now, total precipitation will be very light as well. Only going to see about 1/4 inch to 1/2 inch at most, so this is not going to be a huge issue. But if you have any morning plans Saturday, just be aware that rain is fairly likely at this point. Now, looking at the rain chances, or at least the rain forecast over the next 7 days, it's looking fairly light. I mentioned Saturday. Our next chance will be Tuesday night, but most of the daytime hours, we are going to remain dry over the next several days. Now, temperature-wise, I talked about how they will remain below average, but very comfortable. Highs will be in the lower 70s tomorrow with plenty of sunshine. And looking at your weekend forecast, the temperatures will be nice. And outside of Saturday morning, we are going to see a fairly nice weekend. Saturday afternoon should be nice, and all of Sunday will be nice as well. Maybe a little breezy on Sunday, but not as bad as it is right now or has been throughout the day. Temperatures going forward, though, they're not going to stay below average forever, and we're likely going to see some of the warmest temperatures so far this year by the end of the 10-day forecast. And we're also going to see some fairly high humidity values during that time. So we may start to get to the level where conditions are fairly uncomfortable because of the warm temperatures. But that is still about 5 to 7 days away. Still going to be in the lower 70s for the weekend and early next week. They'll slowly rise up beginning Tuesday and continue through next weekend.
I'm hoping those Saturday showers can hold off for a little bit here.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like the best chance for the rain will be around 8 a.m. to noon. Okay. And then the afternoon does look to be fairly dry at this point.
Okay, Jacob, thank you very much. And we want that because Saturday, June 8th, our favorite day of the year, we're of course talking about 608 Day.
Yeah, we even have 608 tattoos to celebrate.
We do.
Matching.
We won't show you them, but we do have them.
Well, this is an opportunity to celebrate our Southern Wisconsin area code. Josh Sprider is in Madison with how you can support local businesses this weekend.
We're making it official here at Hilldale. Saturday is 608 Day, and we are gearing up for all of the fun and supporting local businesses, but also giving back to the community. Nancy Horn is with Hilldale and joining us. Nancy, good to see you again.
Good morning.
So let's talk a little bit about why this is so significant for your businesses here at Hilldale.
Yes. 608 Day, this is one of our favorite events, right? We have people come in and there's a lot of shopping deals that you can take advantage of, but there's also give back. So we have a lot of different events during the day that benefit different charities in the Madison area, but we also have special store deals where a percentage of a sale might go back to a charity, or you can get something for $6.08. So it's a lot of fun. Stores get really creative with it, and it's a great day all around.
And this is all about celebrating what makes Southern Wisconsin so great, and I love how you guys are really capitalizing on that.
Yeah, I mean, it's great when we can bring in all the musicians are local. We have a pint-sized entrepreneur coming who is selling her own cotton candy. So we just love the little local touches that we can bring in and have everybody enjoy.
You know, this is a kickoff to summer for a lot of families this weekend. I know school is out this week for a lot of folks. Yeah. So this is really an encouragement for families to be able to come out and not only give back, but also make some new memories too.
Exactly. We have fun games like this that we bring out for 608 Day, this magnetic wall that you can have fun with, take photos against. We have Pride Family Photos where people can make a reservation online, go get a professional photo with donations going back to outreach. We have a cabaret series where we have a half a dozen local performers that each have a charity of their choice that donations can go back to. So if you enjoy what you see, make a donation and help out a charity.
You know, you guys have really seen this event grow over the years too. I mean, we've been here for a few years now. That has to feel pretty great as Hilldale really starts to expand.
But it's great that it falls on a Saturday, nice busy day. A lot of people just can't wait to come out and celebrate.
Yeah, the weather looks great this weekend too, so we're getting lucky. Nancy, thank you so much for your time. We appreciate it. If you'd like to learn more about 608 Day, you can go to the story up on channel3000.com. I have a link to the whole list of events happening Saturday. In the 608 for 608 Day, I'm Josh Sprider, News 3 Now.
He's like the Grand Marshal of 608 Day, isn't he?
Oh, you better believe it.
Yeah.
He's watching right now, too.
Hi, Josh.
Hey, Josh.
Well, there's more to come after the break. The power of music is helping people heal from their trauma.
We'll show you the people behind the program and some of those it's helped when Live at 4 returns.
We're looking for 200 homeowners this month interested in getting new landscape borders. Our borders are laid in one piece using a high-performance concrete mix, and we add fibers and steel cable to maximize strength and durability. Our cutting-edge materials and process ensure that your borders will not fade, discolor, or disconnect, and will look beautiful for years to come. And all of our borders are covered by our extensive lifetime warranty. Boost your curb appeal with easy-to-mow-around, long-lasting, beautiful landscape borders. Visit the website or call the number for your new borders today.
Wondering what makes Wisconsin Dells the perfect summer getaway? Let's find out. Let's splash. Let's play. Let's try something completely new. Let's make sure we do this again next year. Hey, I'm working up an appetite. Let's eat. Need a guys weekend? Let's do guy stuff. Need a girls weekend? Let's go girls. Need a family getaway? Let's have some together time. Wisconsin Dells. Let's make this the best vacation ever. Go to WISC-TV.com and start planning your trip to the water park capital of the world today.
Hi, I'm Steve Lindenau, owner of Crazy Lenny's e-bikes. We are the e-bike experts. We've been doing this for well over a decade, and we'll use that expertise to get you into the right e-bike. We have the right bike here for everyone, and our knowledgeable staff will help select the right bike for you. So if you're looking for an e-bike, give us a call or stop on by, because nobody e-bikes like we bikes.
Baraboo Furniture and Mattress is now open. Over $1 million of quality name brands on display, including Flex Steel, Best, England, Spring Air, Ashley, Amish Furniture, and much more. All in stock and on sale. With an acre of quality name brand furniture in our beautiful new showroom, you're sure to find just what you're looking for. Get special free financing. All credit welcome. Hurry in today to Baraboo Furniture and Mattress, where your satisfaction is our guarantee.
How much was I paying a month for insulin?
$185.
$300.
$400. I never expected anyone to do something about it. But then Tammy Baldwin did.
She stood up to the drug companies and wrote a law capping the cost of insulin.
Thanks to Tammy, now it just costs $35 a month. She made a huge difference for so many of us.
She lifted a weight off all our shoulders.
I'm Tammy Baldwin, and I approve this message.
Okay, here's a big question. Do you ever hear a song and think, wow, that was written for me, even if it wasn't?
Absolutely.
Yeah. That's the power of good music.
That's the goal of a unique retreat for men at the Gift Men's Shelter in Janesville. That's an organization helping folks who might be without housing or those struggling with addiction or past trauma.
And they're showing us how they're taking their personal stories and adding a microphone to them, and it's making them feel seen and heard. By most measures, a song is often just a song. It's a little more noteworthy, though, if it feels like someone wrote it for you. Samuel Monday says if his life were a song, this would be the title.
Struggle and I couldn't really put another word to that other than just the struggle.
Over the years, Monday hasn't found much harmony in his life. He struggled with addiction and his mental health after his mom, Darlene, died.
I was really close with my mom. Whenever I had an issue or a problem, I could call her and talk to her, and it was easy.
Telling someone your story isn't easy, but Monday and his fellow guests at Gift's Men's Shelter are finding some special listeners at this Hope in the Gate retreat. Out here at the Dyer Farm outside of Janesville, the men are focusing on healing. Part of that is they get to tell their stories to nationally recognized musicians who will take those stories and turn them into song.
Yeah, that's been really cool, actually, like being able to see that we're going to have a song, written about us. And, You know, like it's just, it's a little overwhelming, really, you know, but it's really cool, and, you know, I'm very grateful for the opportunity.
This retreat is for individuals in the final phases of their recovery programs, and it's typically held at Grammy-winning singer-songwriter Amy Grant's farm. Yes, that Amy Grant. This is the first time it's at a different location, but the mission is still the same.
Can you imagine having somebody writing a song about you at the end of the day? Somebody that hears you, that they see you. You're not just an unsheltered man. They actually see you. So I think that's going to be very healing.
Holmes says the singer-songwriters have made this a safe space for him to open up about his previous struggles.
Not feeling judged and having that opportunity to become vulnerable and open up, and you know, it just feels really good to be able to do that.
When the men hear the music written for and about them, Rosh hopes the experience will be transformative.
And I think most of our men, we hope when they walk away from here, they understand that this isn't the end of them. This is just the beginning.
Monday knows he's not the only one listening to his song. He says his mom is too.
It'll definitely be emotional. She'll definitely be dancing in the sky, praying and hoping that I make it through this.
Music has the power to remind you of how far you've come and where you'd like to go. If you don't like the song you're singing, it's often never too late to write yourself a new tune.
Inner peace. Inner peace would be what I call it, because that's what I got into gifts for, to find the inner peace and clean the destruction out of my life.
Boy, how powerful.
Yeah, it's great to see that this program is really helping some people out.
Beautifully told story.
Oh, thank you very much.
Beautifully told story, Brady. The men also participate in counseling and therapy sessions at that 3-day retreat.
Is there ever a song that you heard that you thought, wow, that really, I can relate to that?
So many country songs.
Yeah.
So many country songs. I won't break out the list for you, although I do know you like some country.
You know, I've talked a little bit about a lady named Reba McEntire and Dolly Parton.
Maybe the Chicks.
Oh, yeah, I've heard of them, yes.
Yeah, we'll talk about that later. Okay, 4:27 now. Coming up next on Live at 4, continuing coverage on the arrest of the Waupun prison warden.
A UW law expert breaks down the events so far when Live at 4 returns.
It's time for the Madison Parade of Homes, exclusively sponsored by Nuns. Don't miss your chance to tour 32 newly constructed homes filled with the newest trends and products. Go to MadisonParadeOfHomes.com and purchase your tickets today.
Have Medicare and Medicaid? iCare's dual eligible special needs plans offer an $1,800 annual allowance for eligible groceries and more. Rest easy. iCare is looking out for you and your health.
This right here is confidence in a bottle.
Not only does it change you on the outside, but something in the inside, knowing that you're looking better.
It makes me feel so much more confident than I've ever felt in my life.
They are some of the hottest videos on social media. Those videos claiming to instantly get rid of bags under your eyes. Well, today we're going to see one for ourselves and let you be the judge. It's called Plexiderm, and lifestyle expert Annette Figueroa is here to tell us why she says this one is for real.
This one is for real, and I'm so excited. We even have a video, and you'll notice the model has bags underneath his eyes and some sagging, and all he uses is a small amount on a clean, dry face, and that's how easy it is.
All right, what's the active ingredient?
Okay, so it's silicates that are minerals found in shale rock, and what it does is it tightens and lifts the appearance of bags underneath your eyes, and as little as 10 minutes, no prescriptions, and very little effort. Even watching the video, this is a real, it's a model, but it's a real guy with real bags underneath his eyes.
My real true opinion is holy words I can't say on camera. This is absolutely unbelievable. I mean, I could feel it just lifting my skin. It was amazing. It feels good. Feels great. Looks even better.
And I did this to my father. We were at home. So we applied it to his under eye bags. And let me tell you, we were so excited. In under 10 minutes, they visibly disappeared from view. And now it is literally part of both of our daily routines. He calls me every single month saying, hey, Annette, I'm out of Plexiderm, please send me more. And not only does it work on the bags, it works on the appearance of crow's feet, fine lines, and wrinkles. The way you want to do it is you want to have a clean, dry face. You use a small amount because it's so powerful. You have high school reunions, you have events you want to go to, you want to look years younger, this is it.
At our $14.95 price, it's the best way to try Plexiderm and see it work for yourself after your first application. Your solution is at plexidermtrial.com or call the number on your screen.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
You're watching News 3 Now, live at 4.
Oh, there are some folks playing a game. Is it baseball?
Is that baseball?
Apparently, Leah and I are baseball experts.
I went to state in softball, so I should know this. Yes, it is baseball.
Okay, well, now that we've solved that, let's solve our weather. More like spring than summer. Jacob's pretty happy about that. He likes spring-like temps.
Yeah, temperatures are going to be a little bit below average the next couple of days, but that's not going to last forever, but it will continue through the weekend. Now, the big story today has been the winds, and here's a look at the current wind speeds. A lot of the area seeing wind speeds over 15 miles per hour, in some cases close to 25 miles per hour. Now, we typically don't see very gusty winds this time of the year, but that's not the case today. Now, looking at the wind gusts, some areas seeing wind gusts over 30 miles per hour, but the winds are going to get better over the next couple of hours, and overnight they're not going to be too bad, but they are going to pick back up for tomorrow, and especially during the morning we'll see another round of some breezy conditions continuing into the afternoon, but the strongest winds tomorrow will be in the morning. But tomorrow as a whole won't be quite as bad as today, but still a bit breezy. And then by the time we get to the weekend, we are going to see much calmer winds. Now, we're not seeing anything on radar, but we are expecting some rain over the weekend. Not a lot, and we're certainly not going to see any severe weather, but it could impact your plans for the weekend, at least for parts of the weekend. No need to go canceling, but I'm just pointing it out that we are going to see some showers, specifically Saturday. I'll talk more in detail about that and take you through the timing of them coming up a bit later.
All right, Jacob, thank you very much. Reactions are rolling in today after the arrest of 9 former state corrections employees, including the warden at Waupun Correctional. They're facing charges in connection with 2 deaths at the facility. 2 other inmates died as well, all under a year.
For many of their loved ones, it felt like accountability that was a long time coming. Today, Braden Ross sat down with one of those loved ones. So, Braden, what was her reaction to this news?
Yeah, I connected with Megan Hoffman-Cold this afternoon. She's the daughter of 60-year-old Dean Hoffman. He was the first of those 4 deaths at the prison since last June. Hoffman died by suicide in his cell last June. Since then, his loved ones have been fighting to learn more about his death and the conditions in the prison Megan says could have led to it. She watched yesterday's news conference from her home, hoping this would finally be the justice she and her family have been hoping for.
I was like, holy cow, holy cow, holy cow. And then they talked about like bringing charges, and I was so grateful because my whole advocacy has been just to shed the light on what's happening so that no other family goes through this. And I was so thankful that it finally, somebody's being held accountable.
But Megan's fight for justice isn't stopping here. She says there are still plenty of unanswered questions left for her family and others she's connected with. Coming up tonight at 6, Megan shares what she wants the world to know as Wisconsin's prison system is in the spotlight.
Braden with that continuing coverage. Thank you, Braden. An update from Beloit Police now. The department confirms an officer fired their gun at a man who's accused of attacking them. This all happened during a confrontation last week Wednesday. Police responded to the report of a man running through backyards on Oak Street in Beloit. Officers say when they found the man, he charged at them and didn't stop when they told him to. One officer fired their gun at him but missed. Police eventually subdued and then arrested 34-year-old Thomas Sykes. He's charged with felony burglary and child abuse, as well as several misdemeanors. Previously, Beloit police had said a gun was fired in the incident. They did not indicate whether the suspect or an officer had fired that shot. Now, this is the 3rd time in the past 2 months a Beloit police officer has shot at a suspect. Back on May 16th, an officer shot and killed 54-year-old Gregory Tracy after they say he stabbed someone. Then on April 28th, Officer Nicholas Rodenbeck shot and killed 33-year-old Michael Ward. They say he refused to drop, quote, bladed weapons and was charging towards someone. Both of those shootings are under investigation.
The city of Middleton is taking a new approach in an attempt to curb the bus driver shortage affecting school districts across the country. It starts with the Drive a Bus event. The goal is getting people behind the wheel of a school bus by breaking the stigma surrounding driving a large vehicle.
We have a need for both AM and PM bus drivers, both for our regular ed programs and special education programs.
Since 2019, more than 15% of bus drivers have left the profession. But last year, Drive a Bus received nearly 40 applications with the largest turnout in years, helping curb the issue in Middleton. If you want to attend the event, it's going to be on June 19th. After yesterday's rise, the stock market stagnated today. The Dow Jones rose 78 points, but the Nasdaq and S&P both fell. The Nasdaq is down 14 points and the S&P is down 1.
Just in time for World Environment Day this week, the DNR taking a big step forward in minimizing Wisconsin's carbon footprint. The DNR teaming up with the educational group Orbridge to plant 100,000 trees annually across the state. That organization works with states and countries across the world to reverse their carbon footprint and reduce waste. The group says this move is a great start.
A lot of different ways to go about offsetting your carbon footprint. It seems to us, and at the time of our research, that planting trees is the best and most effective way. And it's something that we can do yearly. And then, in a few years, we hope to reach 1 million trees.
Right now, about 600,000 trees have been planted to date in Wisconsin. Orbridge is also helping in Italy and the Galapagos, helping those two countries become carbon neutral.
I'd volunteer to plant trees in either one of those.
Yeah, I'll head to Galapagos.
Yeah.
Why not?
It's a tough job. Someone has to do it.
Call me Charles Darwin.
Here are 3 things to know. Make sure you are registered to vote at your current address. You can check or register at myvote.wi.gov. If you do not have a Wisconsin driver's license or state ID, you can register to vote with your municipal clerk by completing the registration form on MyVote. Absentee ballots must be requested.
3 things to know, part of News 3 Now's 3 Cares Community Impact.
Next at 5, after a year of what they call unsafe conditions, parents bring their concerns to a local school. We are sharing that story next. Thanks for watching Live at 4. We'll see you back here tomorrow. News 3 Now at 5 starts now.